Hello and welcome back students to Fun Scholar Academy. Today we are here again with a new lesson, that is factors and multiples. I hope you are practicing all the contents I have taught you till now. Okay, so let's start. What are multiples and factor? What is the terminology that comes in your head when you hear the term multiples? Is it multiplication, right? So let us see how multiplication is related with multiples. Okay, so let's begin the chapter. Multiples are the numbers that you get from multiplying a number by another number, right? Just look at this table. 2 1 is 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8, 2 5s are 10. Right? So we can say that the multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Right? Just see. The multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on. Okay. Now, if I take another example and ask you, what are the multiples of 3? What will you answer? In the similar way, you will see the table of 3. 3 1 is 3. 3 2s are 6. 3 3s are 9. 3 4s are 12. 3 5s are 15. 3 6s are 18 and so on. So what are the multiples of 3? Obviously 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 and so on. Okay. Similarly, if I ask you multiples of 4, what will you say? 1, 4, 1 is 4. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 and so on. Similar way, you can find the multiple of 5, 6, 21, 50, 100, etc. Right? Okay. Now point to remember. 0 is a multiple of every number, as the product of 0 multiplied by any number is 0. Like 2 into 0 equal to 0. 3 into 0 equal to 0. So 0 will be the multiple of every number, but we do not start anything with 0 because 0 means vacant. So we start with the number greater than 0 when we write multiples. Okay. Now if I tell you that what is the smallest multiple of any number, the smallest multiple of any number will always be the number itself. Like in case of multiple of 2, 3, 4, from where did we start? Did we start from 0? No, we don't use 0. Okay, because 0 means vacant. So from which number are we starting? We are starting 2 into 1 equal to 2, right? So 2 is the smallest, then we are going 2 into 2 is equal to 4. See? So 2 over here is the smallest number, smallest multiple. Right? Similarly, in case of 3, we are starting with what? 3. So 3 is the smallest multiple. That is why the smallest multiple of any number is the number itself. Understood? Clear? See over here, 2 is the smallest, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 3 is the smallest, 3, 6, 9, 12. Over here, 6 is the smallest, 6 2s are 12, 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24, and so on. Here, 7 is the smallest, then 7 2s are 14, 7 3s are 21, 7 4s are 28, and so on. So, multiples are nothing but what you can say, it is multiplication of any digit in table format. Right? Okay? Clear? I hope it is clear. Just see. This is what a multiplication table. So from here you can see that multiplication, if I ask what is the multiple of 8, so what will be the multiple of 8? The multiple of 8 will be 8 zeros are 0 and we do not start with 0. So 8 1 is 8. 8 into 2. 8 into 2 equal to 16. Similarly, 8 into 3 equal to 24. 8 into 4 equal to 32, and so on. Similarly, if I ask you to write the multiples of 12, again 12 into 1 equal to 12. 12 into 2, 24. 12 into 3, 36. 12 into 4, 48, and so on. Clear? So I hope now you have understood how to find multiple of any number. How to find multiple of any number. Okay, how to find? Just you have to know the table, and if you don't know the table, if I ask you write the multiple of 50, how will you do? 50 into 1 equal to 50. 50 into 2 equal to 100. 50 into 3 equal to 150. Therefore, multiples of 50 are 50, 100, 150, and so on. Right? Clear? Easy? Okay. Now, next. Now, next points to remember. Every multiple of a number is greater than or equal to the number. What does this mean? Like 2 into 1 equal to 2. 2 into 2 equal to 4. 2 into 3 equal to 6. So just see over here. The number we are starting is 2. Okay. Which is equal to the multiple of the given number. Okay, and from next number, see, every number is greater than the number itself. So the multiple will 2 will always be greater, or it will start from that number only. The number of times the multiples of a number is infinite. I'm just doing dot dot dot. Why? Because up to how much you will count is infinite. It has no limit. Okay? Every number is multiple of itself. I have already told you every number is the multiple of itself. 3 into 1 equal to 3, equal to the number and also the number itself. And from next number always be the multiple greater than or equal to 2 or 3, 4, etc. every in case of every number. Okay, done? Clear? Find the missing number. Just pause the video and try to solve this on your own. Then I am solving it for you. Just see what is happening over here. From 6, the number is starting. So if I do 6 into 2, then it is becoming 12. 6 into 3, then it is becoming 18. Then the next number will be 6 into 4 equal to 24. Then the next number will be 6 into 5 equal to 30. Clear? Questions may come in this format. Over here, see 6, 9, 12. Okay? So, what is the difference? There is the difference of 3 in each case. So, just see 3 into 1 equal to 3. If I write 3 into 2, 6. 3 into 3, 9. 3 into 4, 12. The next number will be 3 into 5 equal to 15. Then next number will be 3 into 6 is equal to 18. And this one will be 21, that is 3 into 7 equal to 21. Easy? I hope the concept is clear. Okay? Now this one. 12, 24. What is the difference? Difference is 12. So let's see. Difference is 12. That means 12 into 2 equal to 24. 12 into 2 equal to 24. 12 into 3 equal to 36. Then this will be 12 into 4 is equal to 48. 12 into 5 is equal to 60. Then next number will be 12 into 7 is equal to 84. Right? Okay. Now next. Next is given factors. Just like the multiplication is done to find the multiples of any number, over here the opposite thing will work. To find factors, what we have to do? We simply have to divide the number. Okay? Divide the number. If I take a number, suppose 6. Okay? So, how can we divide 6? We can divide 6 by 2. 2 3s are 6. Okay? Again, we can divide 6 by 3. 3 2s are 6. We can divide 6 by 6. The answer will be 1. We can divide 1 by 6. The answer will be 6. So, with what number can we divide 6? We can divide 6 by 4 numbers. What are they? 2. 3, 1 and 6. So we can say that the factor of 6 are 1, 2, 3 and 6. Is there any number by which you can divide 6 rather than this 4? No. So multiplication is similar to multiplication is done to find the multiples of any number, and to find the factors we simply divide the number without any remainder. In case of finding factors, the remainder will always be 0. Now let's see what is written over here. Factor is the number that divides another number completely with no remainder. Just see, I have told you this point, with no remainder. Okay? Factor pairs. Factor pairs are two numbers that you multiply to get a certain number. Okay? How to find factors, how to find multiples, I have told you. Now question will come factor pair, okay, or multiple pair. Now if the question is coming, find the, let me take a blank slide. Wait. Question will come in this format. What are the common multiples of 2 and 3? Okay, so first you just take 2, okay, over here 3. Just write the table of 2 from, take maximum 10 digits, okay. So from 1 to 10 you just write the table, okay. Let me change the color. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, now just see, you have to see which numbers are common over here. 6 is common in both 2 and 3, right? Then 12 is common over here. 18 is, and anything else? No. Okay. Okay. So if we compare 2 and 3, we can see that there are three numbers. One is 6, one is 12, another is 18, which is common in both 2 and 3. So therefore we can say common multiples of 2 and 3 are 6, 12, 18. Okay, and this will be your answer. I am repeating again. What did I do? The question is, what are the common multiples of 2 and 3? So I am taking 10 digits. Okay, if you take 10 here, you have to take 10 digits over here. If you take more, then you have to take, you can take more, but the number of digits should be similar of 2 and 3. Okay, now if we compare both the table, we can see three numbers which are common: 6, 12 and 18 in both the tables. So we can say that the common multiples of 2 and 3 are 6, 12, 18, etc. Or this will be the answer. Clear? How will you do? Now next will be factors. If I ask you, what are the common factors of 16 and 20? What are the common factors of 16 and 20? So first we will see that in what way we can divide 16. 16 can be divided by 1, 16 can be divided by 2, 16 can be divided by 4, 16 can be divided by 8, and 16 can be divided by 16 itself. Right? Now in case of 20. 20 can be divided by 1, 2, 4, 5, and 20. Okay, now you have to just compare the common factors. Okay, so 2 is common here, 4 is common here. So what will be the factor pair? Factor pair of 16 and 20 will be 2 and 4. Clear? Just like multiples, what we have done in case of finding factors, we will see how this number can be divided by other number. So 16 can be divided by 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. 20 can be divided by 1, 2, 4, 5, 20. Okay. So you have to just, if they ask you what are factor pairs, just like common multiples, you have to compare both the factors. Okay. When you compare both the factors and you find the common factor, those common factor will be the answer or factor pair of the given numbers. Clear? Just practice. The more you practice, the grip of mathematics is stronger. This is the way I have taught you in a very simple language. I hope you have understood the concept. Now just see. 2 into 1. Factors of 2 will be 1 and 2. 2 can only be divided by 1 and 2. Okay. Now factors of 8. 8 can be divided by 1, 2, 4 and 8. So factor pair will be 1, 2, 4 and 8. 1 is the smallest factor of all the number and the largest factor of any number is the number itself. Obviously, how you know? Just 6. I have told you 6 can be divided by 1, 2, 3 and 6. So, the smallest number is 1 always of any number. Of any number, the smallest factor will be always 1 and the largest factor will be the number itself. It's the largest factor. Easy? I hope you have understood the concept of factors and multiples. Okay, just see. When you repeat your factors, cross out the repeat, you are done. Okay. Okay, this thing is like you are writing 2 into 1 equal to 2, 2 into 2 equal to 4, 2 into 3 equal to 6. So just look at over here. 2 into 3 equal to 6. 3 into 2 equal to 6. So when you are calculating 2 and 3 once, you in another table 3 into 2, you just don't need to calculate. Just choose the common and the smallest one. What are the factors of 16? 1 into 16, 2 into 8, 3 into 3 with 3 is not a factor, so cross it out. Obviously 4 into 4. So up to 4, when it becomes the same equivalent to the number 16, then you don't need to calculate it further. So the factors of 16 will be 1, 2, 4, 8 and 16. Clear? Okay. Now number of factors, just like multiples, will be infinite. Every factor is less than or equal to the given number. Obviously, just see, it is less or equal to the given number. Every factor of a number is an exact divisor of that number, like 18 is divided by 18, that is why factor is 1. 1 is the factor of every number I have told you. What are the factors of 18? How can we divide 18? We can divide 18 by 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18 itself. And when, just see, 3 into 6. So I have seen that factors of 18 will be 3 and 6. So in next series, 4 into 4 cannot happen. 6 into 3, I am just crossing out. Once I have done 3 into 6, you just don't need to repeat 6 into 3 again. Okay, this is just the process of eliminating the same factor again and again. Okay. Factors and multiples, when a divisor divides a number such that there is no remainder left, then the divisor is called the factor of the dividend and the dividend is called the multiple of the divisor. Like example 65 is divided by 5, remainder is 0. So 5 is the factor of, okay, I am writing the question. The question is 325. Okay. Find the factor. Okay. And multiple. How will you do? So 325, if I divide it by 5. 5 6 are 30. 25, 5s are 25. Okay. Then this 65 will be the quotient and there is no remainder. So we can say that 5 is the factor of 325. Okay. And 65 is the multiplicand or multiplier of 325. Okay. This is just a rule. Okay. Now let me show you a video for your recap.
What are the multiples of a number? Say we have a number 7. What are its multiples? How many multiples does it have? 7 multiplied by 1 is 7. This 7 is one of the multiples of 7. 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. 14 is another multiple of 7. The word says it all. A multiple. If a number is multiplied with 7, we get 7's multiple. And 7 multiplied by 3 is 21. And the list would continue forever. The multiples of 7 are 7, 14, 21, 28, and so on. This proves that the list of multiples of a number is infinite, whereas the number of factors of a number is always finite. Concept of multiples gives us a very important result. Let us find the multiples of 2. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, and the multiples of 2 continue. What's special about the multiples of 2? All the multiples of 2 are called even numbers. Yes, all the multiples of 2 are even. And what about the numbers which are not multiples of 2? The numbers which are not multiples of 2 are called odd numbers. So the numbers 1, 3, 7, 9, and so on are odd numbers. This concept of even and odd numbers is very important no matter which grade you're in. Multiples of 2, even, non-multiples of 2, odd. And now we come to a very interesting question. How are factors and multiples related? Let's understand the relation with the help of a random number. Say 12. To find the factors of 12, we try writing it as all possible products of two numbers. 12 can be written as 1 multiplied by 12. It can be written as 2 multiplied by 6 and 3 multiplied by 4. These are the only possible combinations. Each of these numbers are factors of 12. The factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. Now observe the number 12 in relation with these numbers. 1 multiplied by 12 gives us 12. So 12 is a multiple of 1. 2 multiplied by 6 gives us 12. So 12 is also a multiple of 2. 3 times 4 gives us 12 and so on. What does this imply? The number 12 is a multiple of all its factors. Yes, this is always true. A number is always a multiple of all its factors.
So revision done. Okay. Now let's see what are factors.
What are the factors of a number? How do we find out if a number is a factor of another? Is 4 a factor of 24? To know if 4 is a factor of 24, we simply divide 24 by 4 and find out if the remainder is 0 or not. Is the remainder 0 here? If we divide 24 by 4, we get the quotient as 6 and the remainder as 0. So, What does this imply? After the division, if the remainder equals 0, it tells us that the divisor is a factor of the dividend. Since the remainder is 0 here, we say that 4 is a factor of 24. It also means that 24 is divisible by 4, or you can say that 24 goes exactly into 4. In short, the factor of a number is an exact divisor of that number. Now I would like you to answer the next question. Is 5 a factor of 24? To know the answer, let's try dividing 24 by 5. 5 times 4 is 20, and 24 minus 20 gives us 4. We get the quotient as 4 and the remainder as 4. Since the remainder is not 0, we can say that 5 is not a factor of 24. That's how we find out if the number is a factor of another or not. How else can we understand this? The fact that 4 is a factor of 24 tells us that 24 can be divided into 4 equal parts. And the fact that 5 is not a factor of 24 tells us that 24 cannot be divided into 5 equal parts. A factor is nothing but an exact divisor of a number. Now let me ask you another interesting question. How will you find all the factors of 24? Take a moment and think about this. We cannot try dividing 24 by all numbers and see if we get the remainder as 0 in each case. That would be very tedious. So yes, there is a better way in which we can find the factors of a number. We see that in the next session.
So, last video of today's lesson.
How do we find all the factors of 24? It's simple. We write the number as a product of two positive numbers. We have to think of all possible combinations though. How do we write it as a product of two numbers? Let me give you an example. It can be written as 1 multiplied by 24. We have written 24 as a product of two numbers. But remember, we have to think of all possible combinations. It can also be written as 2 times 12. Wait, it can also be written as 3 times 8. Are there any more combinations? Yes, it can be written as 4 times 6. That's it. There is no other product of two positive numbers that would result in 24. Wait, how do we know that all products have been covered? Okay, so always use this logic when you are writing a number as a product of two numbers. Start off with 1. Every number is obviously divisible by 1. Write that product first. Then see if the number is divisible by 2, which is the next natural number. If yes, we write the product as we have written it here. Then we move on to the next natural number, 3. Is 24 divisible by 3? Yes, so we write the product here. Then 4. 24 is divisible by 4 and we wrote that product here. And after 4, we have 5. Is 24 divisible by 5? No, it isn't. So we cannot write it as a product of 5 and another number. And the next number is 6. But 6 onwards is already covered here. That's when we know that we have covered all possible products of two numbers. The numbers covered are in a U shape. Anyway, that's all we have to do. What are the factors of 24 then? All these numbers individually are the factors of 24. We can say that the factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. We write the number as all possible products of two numbers and then each of the numbers become a factor of that number. Let's try finding the factors of another number. We need to find all the factors of 30. To do that, all we have to do is write 30 as all possible products of two numbers. I will be telling you the answer in some time, Meanwhile, you can try writing down the combinations in your notebook. We can start off with the number 1. 30 can be written as 1 multiplied by 30. This is the simplest and the most obvious combination. 1 is always a factor of all numbers. Then we move on to 2. Is 30 divisible by 2? Yes, and the product can be written as 2 multiplied by 15. Is 30 divisible by 3? Yes, the product can be written as 3 multiplied by 10. Is 30 divisible by 4? No, it isn't, so we cannot write a product with 4 as one of the numbers. What about 5? Yes, 30 is divisible by 5, and the product can be written as 5 multiplied by 6. Next number is 6, which is already covered here, and the numbers after 6 are covered here. That's when we know that we have exhausted all possibilities. These are the only 4 ways in which we can write 30 as a product of two numbers. So we can say that these 8 numbers individually are the factors of 30. The factors are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. How can we define factors then? Well, the factors of a number are basically exact divisors of that number.
So I hope after I have taught you, these videos are important and helpful to you to make you understand what is the difference and how factors and multiples are related to each other. So in the next class onwards, we will start about different types of number. Okay, till then keep learning, keep shining. See you in the next class.